Hi, I'm Jared Schreiner. I am a psychology major, and my thesis was looking at student and staff experiences with CAPS at SCU. So my method involved sending out a flyer to multiple organizations, including the RRC, the MCC, and the Honors College, with a link to a Google form with a questionnaire that included questions about mental health, about symptoms of depression and anxiety, as well as questions regarding people's experiences with CAPS. And then through that questionnaire, I recruited people for follow-up interviews. I also contacted staff directly to set up interviews with them. These interviews were recorded on my personal laptop and will be deleted after I'm finished with this project. I had 143 responses, 62 of whom had previously attended CAPS and 14 of whom had reached out without getting a meeting. You can see that the satisfaction ratings were generally following a normal curve. And then you can see that in the case of race, there wasn't a significant difference between people of color and white people. This was also true of differences between socioeconomic classes and between sexualities. However, gender did actually have a significant difference between men and women, or cis men and women, because I unfortunately was not able to look into the experiences of trans men and women or non-binary people just due to a small number of responses from those groups. But between cis men and women, there was a significant difference in satisfaction, with men being less satisfied in CAPS than women. So some common themes of the questionnaire was lack of available appointments, and as well as difficulties getting in contact with CAPS to actually set up the appointments to begin with. But on the more positive end, people, when they were able to get appointments, did seem to have generally positive relationships with their therapists. And for many people, it acted as a positive first experience with therapy, and one that was free for them, thankfully. So in the more in-depth one-on-one interviews, some common themes came up, including confusion around and lack of information about the services that CAPS provides, the positive impacts of diversity in CAPS, as well as the negative impacts of the seeming lack of diversity. And then difficulties with scheduling was a very common issue, as well as difficulties with the small number of appointments that people are offered every year. And then people noticed difficulties with staffing, specifically therapists leaving and therapists appearing stressed due to the understaffing. This goes on to staff interviews who had some similar themes, including lack of information. They felt that their information was not being sufficiently advertised to the student body through the website. And then this created some issues with diversity because of a lack of communication about how diverse the workforce at CAPS actually is. There were also issues of understaffing and workload, as I mentioned earlier. Their relationships with the student body was generally positive, and there was unfortunately not a significant amount of change that has been made since fall's mental health protests. And this is due to a lack of communication and from the administration, with the administration not actually reaching out to CAPS therapists to ask them how they feel CAPS could be best improved. So some general analysis that I got from this, I saw that CAPS therapeutic services are very helpful for students, especially for first-time clients. There was some difficulty judging the effects of identity, just because my sample unfortunately was not the most diverse. However, it did show that diversity is important still. Better advertising is absolutely necessary for getting the word out about the services that CAPS actually provides, and making students more aware of them. And it showed that understaffing is absolutely rampant and that the admin is seemingly not doing enough work to really address it and to better the experiences of students and staff. So thank you for watching this. There is a lot of information in my study that I was not able to cram into this fairly short video. So I hope that you give it a read. I feel that it's very illuminating on the current situation with CAPS and provides a good look into the experiences of students and workers. So thank you.